Hello, welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry. I am so glad you're here. And today we're talking about how to clean a drawer with a 3-minute technique. So I'm going to get right to the point and keep this podcast short because you don't want to listen to a 30-minute podcast about a 3-minute technique for a drawer. Okay, so I did a podcast years ago about a clean a drawer challenge, and I went more into depth and talked about a lot of examples. So you can check the show notes page, and I'll have links to the previous podcast there. We also had our community members take the challenge and then send in photos of their drawers, and so we have photos linked, and you can get all inspired. So make sure you come to the show notes page if you want to check that out. But today I want to just explain how this 3-minute process works, because I think you can just clean a drawer while you're listening or as soon as you're done. And you're going to gain more confidence and you're just going to feel a little lift. And ultimately, I just want you to get all the clutter out of your life so you can focus on what matters most. That's what we do here at Learn, Do, Become, is we help you create systems so you can do what matters most. And sometimes it's organization and sometimes it's other things, but I'm so glad you're here. So, okay, let's jump into it. When you think about a 3-minute technique, cleaning a drawer, you might think, no, that can't happen because I'm going to open the drawer and I'm going to feel overwhelmed immediately. And you don't know what's in my drawer. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to be dealt with, and I don't have the capacity to deal with it, which is why it's still sitting in the drawer. And so, first of all, I understand. And this process to get the drawer clean is 4 steps. And then there's 3 additional steps we take afterwards to deal with the stuff that you're not going to put back in. Okay, so just trust me here, and we're just going to zip through the process, and I want you not to overthink it and don't get all stressed out. It's just going to be easy. So step number 1 is just to empty the drawer. Now, on our YouTube channel, I actually just published a video where I did this on video, so you can go find Learn, Do, Become on YouTube if you want to check it out. But it doesn't take long to empty a drawer. You could pull the whole drawer out and just dump it. If you have maybe a sheet or something, there might be lots of, a little piece of paper or dirt or whatever in the drawer, so you don't want to throw it all over a carpet or anything. But simple way, just empty it. So for me, I did it with a kitchen drawer. I think it took, less than a minute to just get everything out. So empty it first, get all the stuff out in front of you so you can see it. Next, step 2 is to clean the drawer. It's just nice to get everything out. So whatever cleaning agent, or I just use paper towels with some water on it and just got it all clean. All right, then you have a nice little foundation. Now, while you are doing that, I recommend that you identify the drawer's purpose. And I didn't add time in my video as I was contemplating the purpose of the drawer because typically you kind of know what you go to the drawer to find. The drawer might not look like it has a purpose, but if you think about how you and your family behave with that drawer, typically you go to a certain place to get what? Scissors, right? A pen. You might have a hairbrush or makeup or a kitchen utensil drawer. Usually you know at least what you go there to find, even if there's 150 extra items in there. So as you're emptying and cleaning, if you're thinking, man, out of all the stuff I just dumped out, what do I actually go here to find? It's probably just a few items. There probably aren't that many things you're going to that specific drawer to find. I know that's how it was when I was growing up. We had our scissor drawer. We called it the scissor drawer. And there were literally 150 other things in there. Like we had a hammer in there. We had like a lot of hot pads for the kitchen. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Masking tape. It had everything. And so I just think it's important to identify the drawer's purpose for step 3. And then step number 4 is put the right things back. This is where you only put back what you actually go to the drawer to find or what really makes sense to keep there. So when I did this just last week, I realized that probably maybe 50% of the stuff that I had in the drawer, I didn't need to have in that drawer. So I ended up with a big pile on my kitchen counter, which you might have as well. But after these 4 steps where you emptied, cleaned, identified the drawer's purpose, and put the right things back, I think you can do that in 3 minutes. It might not be perfect, but you literally can get the drawer done. But then this is where the party starts, because then if you're thinking, okay, great, thank you for that clean drawer. Now I have a mountain of stuff that I need to deal with, and now it's all stressing me out. Then here's what you do with it so it doesn't stress you out, so you feel super happy. So step number 5 is just do a quick sort of the remaining items by trash, donation, and somewhere else. We talk about the 3-box method here a lot. That's basically what it is. And so as I went through this, I found, I think 90% of it was to go somewhere else, and then 10% was trash. There wasn't anything in the drawer I wanted to donate. But just go through and do this little thing. Just that initial segmentation is going to help you. And you're not taking it where it goes. You're just making the 3 piles. And that shouldn't take long. I mean, maybe, I don't know, another 3 minutes, something like that, just to do a quick sort. Maybe it's even less. All right, then trash and donation are pretty easy. You just put it in the trash or you put it out in a to donate pile. We have like a box we keep in our garage for anything we need to donate. We drive it over maybe once every couple months. Pretty easy. So then we go into step 6. All right, this is where you're going to take out any next actions that came to your mind from that pile. I'm going to give a couple of examples. A friend of mine said, I don't clean my drawers because I have a bunch of foreign currency in my drawer and I don't even know what to do with it. There's just so much because we travel a lot and we come home and we just stick all these, dollars and coins and stuff in this drawer. So, okay, that's like a sub-project, right? Or a project that might need to be taken care of in the future. It could be next in line. But maybe a next action for that could be, I'm going to spend 5 minutes researching if there's an easy foreign currency exchange available locally that I could just, do an errand and go check that out. So that first step, though, could be a computer task to do some research. Or it could be a home task to say, I'm going to divide up the currency by country, put them in little envelopes, and then when I go travel again, I either take those with me or I can send them to friends who live in that area, or I don't know, something like that. So just as you're looking at things, you want to decide what needs to be done. And then another just example, I had my children's basketball buttons in my hair supplies drawer years ago. 3 of my children were playing on a local community basketball team. And when they took the photos, they gave us these cute little buttons. And so I never actually wore the buttons. They didn't necessarily want me wearing them. And they just were sitting in my hair supplies drawer, which they didn't belong there. So my next action was to just show them to my kids and say, hey, I'm putting these in your memory box unless you want them somewhere else, and then we go from there. All right, so isn't that pretty easy? And then now we'll just move on to step 7. It's just identifying routines that keep the drawer that way. So you might say things like, I won't toss random things in here going forward. I'm going to be deliberate. Or when I buy any new makeup items, I will discard the old ones. I won't just keep increasing my collection. Or when I see something in my drawer that I haven't used in over a year, I'll donate, discard it, or move it somewhere else. So that's it, 7 steps. And the first 4 got your drawer clean. The last 3 helped you deal with all the stuff that you didn't put back. And then you're done. It's so simple. And please, if you try it and you're struggling and you don't think it's simple, will you please come comment and let me know why? Like, tell me exactly what the item is that you don't know what to do with or what happened, because I would love to support you. I want this just to feel simple and not feel like it's one more thing to do. Because when you think about it, hey, if I could get a drawer done in 3 minutes, you could do a little 3-minute thing once a day while you're waiting for something in the microwave. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. And over time, that adds up, especially if you do step 7 and you identify routines so you don't have to clean things out very often. It makes a big difference. Okay, I'm going to close up, but I wanted to share a couple of fun testimonials that came in. This first one is from Noella. Now, Noella is part of our Steps to Everyday Productivity program. This is where if you want us to walk you step by step by step through building a command central to get your mind and your life completely organized for good, we will show you how to do that. So Noella said, this happened today. I got through all of the course. And she screenshotted where it said, step 100% complete, because we could track your progress inside if you want to mark things complete as you go. She said, this has been a journey. If anyone feels stuck, keep going. It will come together. I had to watch ahead as my brain wasn't grasping things. So last week I binge watched and it made so much more sense. Today, I finished all the steps. I completed a monthly review, a mind sweep, and I have a plan for the month. Who knew I had 96 projects swimming in my brain? I also recognized that several items in the weekly list weren't next actions, but projects. So I pulled those and broke them up and made some progress. I'm excited to see how this all comes together and how it will help me in the longer term. Thank you, STEP team, for the revamp. We just updated our whole program earlier this year. She said, it's amazing. It made a huge difference for me. This is probably the first time I have finished an online course and put it in motion. Ah, love it. So way to go, Noella. And then another one came in from Lynette. She said, another project completed. And she shares this room that is pretty full, very full. And then she shares this awesome cleared out space that looks so good. So I'm just going to put the pictures on the show notes page so you can come check it out. And I have a new system to gather my testimonials and mark when I've used them. I'm not sure if I've shared this one before, but I saw it today. I was like, this is so good. I have to share it again even if I have shared it before. It's so good. So come see Lynette's awesome, beautiful room that has just been completely transformed. It's so good. I could look at this every day. It just makes me feel so happy for her. So, okay. All right. If you are brand new, then please come to learndobecome.com/step to check out our free training, How to Finally Stop Drowning in Piles. And I really, really hope that you know that there is a whole community of people here at Learn to Become to support you. If you want to share pictures of your drawer before and after, we have a free Facebook group called Learn to Become Community. You can find us on Facebook and come share your photos, inspire your fellow members. And you can find us all over social media and YouTube and our website, and we love you, and we're just glad to be part of this party. All right, sending lots of love, and we will see you soon at learndobecome.com.